Hello, everybody. Hope you have a good day. So we're gonna talk about the PSA experience that we have during the Pokemon Worlds. In theory, this is not necessarily limited to Pokemon Worlds. It's just generally how PSA works. We kind of watch many videos because we in our lifetime we planned to submit PSA so many times, but my husband always don't want to do it because he don't think it's necessary as compared to me. I want to grade everything. So we actually never submit anything because we worry that shipment will be get lost when we send it to them, as well as stuff, because we know that if we buy slab online, you know the price already. It's kind of like a fixed price comparatively, like how much you're gonna pay, as compared you send it to grading, you don't know how much you're gonna pay until the end, because you might get an upgrade and you pay more. So the risk and stuff, we just never get to it. But this time, because they are on site in Pokemon Worlds in the building across ACC, that's not even sure, but where the lab play building is. So we decided we're gonna try it. And they night one, as in after the opening, it's probably the night before. We don't know where the PSA area was. We didn't go that deep into the map. So we knew they're there, but we can find them on day one in the merchant section. So we figure out where it is. And turns out they have that freebies giveaway for Gyarados magazine when during the events time, while supply lasts, of course. And they were in the lab play area, so like as in public area, which makes sense because that area is public, which means anyone can submit PSA during those days. So that was a great actually thinking, like, because not only the spectator or those with pass can go there, anyone can go and submit PSA in person those days. And then we were newbies. I mean, we kind of watched the videos how to do it, but we didn't really know. So we were lining up and they told us you can have used the apps to submit your paperwork first before you submit in the cards at the counter. So basically do your paperwork first before you submit in the counter. They have a little scanner printer thing on the left where you can do it, but they were suggesting, because we have a little bit, so they suggest we should do it in bulk. We did ask them on pricing. So apparently if you're the lowest membership, whatever it is equivalent called, if you submit 30 cards, you already break even because you get a discount on bulk if you were submitting with that membership. So it's kind of like break even at 30 cards. So we're like, 30 cards is easy. Relatively easy for us. So we did that. We did the membership, and we missed our chance because we were too late. So apparently they gave a promo code for those that submit earlier the day, with a $50 off for the next purchase, which of course we have next purchase. So like the next submission will be $50 cheaper, and that's a really awesome promo code. So we missed that. If you guys have that promo code, please share with us. We will love it. And instead, I was looking online. I found the $25 promo code. So that was still good. We used that for our first submission of bulk and the membership, which my husband got. So bulk means minimum of 20 cards, and that's what we did. Minimum of 20 cards. So we did have the part of the reason why we submit is because we have 3 of those Paradise Resort at that point that we just got from the trade earlier in the other video. So we decided to submit that. We want to play safe, so we only submit 2 or 3 because we do want a hard copy with us in that sense. So we submitted 20 cards plus that 2 cards in like part of the 20, and we submit that as bulk one. It was very easy. Like once you enter the form, and apparently my husband is doing something wrong, like when he's doing the form, it's not as simple. So if you type the name of the Pokemon and the number or the series, that would make it so much easier than, I don't know what he was doing. I think he might be entering the number or something only in the year, it doesn't speed up the process. So the fastest way for us, especially the Paradise Resort, is still a very new car on that day one. Probably day two actually at that point. It was a super new car, so it will make it easier if you find the previous one from the previous year in that language. If you find that one and just change the year and change the number possibly for the promo number, it would make the submission easier to recognize, because most likely you're not going to have a picture. You're going to be the first one to submit it, and it just makes the whole process easier. If you find an equivalent car of previous year for the case of Paradise Resort and just use the same text, or if you use the Pokemon name and the series, that would make it so much easier in submission than typing the year and all the gibberish that didn't I mean, it helps, but not that much, comparatively speaking. So he did the first couple and he was tired, and I did the rest. When you submit, you want to make sure you take a video or a picture to show the quality of the card before you hit the submission. They were very nice. They have the semi-rigid on site that you can use, that they give. And the penny sleeve, for example. We already have sleeved it the night before because me, sleeve everything. So we already had it. Most of the stuff we trade was from my trade binder. Well, not trade. The submit is from either a trade binder or like a little tiny purchase that we did the night before. And those two cars, that was our submission batch one. I showed all the cars as I was talking. That was batch one, of course. Then there's a batch 2 and 3. So batch 2 is another 20 cars that we did. I believe most of the cars are for purchase or something else. So that was batch 2 is another 20 cars. Again, with a $25 coupon. We are cheap. If only we have the 50, that would be awesome, but 25 still good. So that was batch 3 at batch 2, and we got another PSA promo Gyarados magazine on that day. And batch 3 it's not batch, it's actually a single card. Basically, after we finished the side event that same day afternoon, we went to submit the English Paradise Resort. That's our third card. We expecting that card grade better than the previous day's batch, kind of. So that was the cards we submitted. The process is relatively seamless. We chat with the staff, which is very knowledgeable and friendly. Unfortunately, apparently the staff none of them has a promo code in their head or with them that we can use. So we basically have to figure out the promo code ourselves, which is not hard. It would be nice if we have that $50 promo code, but we don't have it. Again, if you guys have it, please share. And the experience was very seamless. Once they told us to use the app, it just makes it faster. The second batch, when we submit, because we already prepared the night before, so we already have the form ready, just missing see if there's a promo code and better than our $25 and just submit right there. And then they just scan the QR code, pack your cards, sandwich between two of those like corrugated plastic thing, and rubber band it, and that was your second batch submission. And then the third one, again, same thing, just one card sandwich between the two corrugated. It's very seamless. In addition to the freebies that they give out, they also give us tips in terms of because I got the Bear Walker autographs pass. The pass is I actually asked him to autograph on my pass, which I really, really, really appreciate. I was wondering if there's a way to put it in a container, because I don't know how I can frame this thing unless I put it in a photo frame. So I was like, do you guys actually do encapsulation of pass? And they were very knowledgeable and tell us we could have done a PSA submission on ticket. So this is kind of like a ticket item instead of like a card, because it's not a card, right? You can submit as a ticket and they will do the encapsulation and stuff. So I might do that in the future. For now, I put it in a shaded area because I don't want to fade it and stuff. Because the pass is actually printed at the spot, so it was a little bit faded. It's not a vibrant color, so probably gonna not exactly grade it, but encapsulate it through the PSA process in the future. It has my real name on there too, so that would make more value to be kind of in a case. I don't know. I might do a picture frame too. I haven't decided because again, shipping to them has a risk. And they also mentioned, the staff was mentioning, every Wednesday in their on-site location they do submit in-person submission. So if you're worried about package get lost one way, the way towards them, you can submit in person on Wednesdays. They talk about the time, but like regular time. By the time we drive, it will be that time. So we figure out like regular daytime you can submit. You probably want to check with them specific hours if you're interested as well. So that's in person submission in case you worry about things get lost. And that's basically it. We'd also chat. I put a picture here what kind of material they use for the top loader, because I noticed the top loader they're using is easier to slide than the Cat Saver and Ultra Pro ones for the top loaders. It felt a little bit more plasticky, like more soft plasticky, not as hard, not as rigid, but it's very, very easy to slide the cart in. Because I was like sliding the last Paradise Resort in there using their top loader, because we were not planning to submit the last submission, right? So I was using the semi-rigid. It was so easy. Like I didn't have to fight as compared to I was using the Ultra Pro. So that's also like a brand you might want to consider if you're purchasing in the future in terms of top loaders. Yeah, so that's the experience. Oh, they also have a little like display of PSA 10 cars that they have up there. There are a couple of vintages. Some of it we already had. The only one we don't have, of course, you guys knew, is the Moonbrion. Of course, I have to take a picture of Moonbrion with it. My husband don't want to even take a picture with that. He's like, that's your card, not mine. So that was my chase, like, my holy grail. And I see it in person in a PSA 10 behind the pixie glass, behind the glass, but I still take a picture. I felt very happy actually seeing it in person. Oh, the other cool car I saw in person that I thought was cool was the China Mew, the simplified Chinese card that you can only get in China for the design. That car was actually also in the trade events, by the way. We saw in person, we're like, want to see it? We want to see it. Oh, so we can't see it. We didn't take a picture, but it was cool. So those are like some of the like cards that we're like, you probably hard to find in the local store, especially where we live, in the suburb. But that was cool. I think I'll give it 10 out of 10 for the PS experience. I mean, there's the freebies. The line was long, but it's kind of fast. I mean, you kind of expected there will be a line if you go to events. So it's good, and the staff is very knowledgeable. I hope they have it next year when they have the World Championship, because we definitely bring stuff to grade in that sense if they had one. Because you reduce your risk by half for bringing in person than, shipping it. And also before you submit, make sure you take the cart condition videos and pictures, so that there's no dispute as part of it. And yeah, I can go from there. Hope you guys enjoyed today's video as much as I do. Until next time, have a good one, guys. Bye.